Hey guys, Forever Fangirl here. So it's almost the festive season. How the did that happen? It honestly feels like it's still March held. And that means that it's time to do this now traditional baking video thing. As you can probably tell, I'm alone this year. My sisters are at school and I'm too nervous to ask any of my friends for help. So we're doing it solo this time. And this year I wanted to try something that's technically not a festive dish, but it's something that I've wanted to make for a really long time now. So today we're making macarons, and I'm gonna make them festive by making them pink and green. So, you know, it's justified that way. Anyone who knows me would probably know that I have a slight obsession with macarons at the moment. They're just so good, like what the hell? So yeah, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to try and make them myself. I don't know if this is a bad idea or not, because apparently macarons are notoriously like easy to stuff up, but I guess that makes it more entertaining for you guys, so you know, it's a win-win either way. Kind of. So for this, I want to make two different flavors. I'm gonna do pink strawberry ones. No one around here sells strawberry macarons. It's so disappointing because I remember like the first macaron that I had and actually liked was like a strawberry macaron. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I want to eat this all the time. And I've never been able to find one since, and it's so tragic. So we're making strawberry ones, and for the green ones, we're going to make some passion fruit ones because passion fruit macarons are also just real good. I'm using two different recipes, which I will link down below. But to go over the general ingredients, you will need some almond meal or almond flour, as I discovered via Google is the exact same thing. Some icing sugar, 3 eggs, which apparently should be 55 grams exactly. I weighed these and they're about 55, so hopefully it's close enough. Some caster sugar, pink and green food coloring, some thickened cream, some white chocolate, unsalted butter, some white sugar, fine sea salt, for some reason, and some passion fruit pulp. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This thing has just f***ing locked me out with its dumbass thing because it wants me to sign up. I just want to bake! Cool, okay, now that that's out of the way and I've wasted a quarter of my battery, this better be a f***ing good recipe. Line 2 baking trays with baking paper. My worst enemy. Actually, no, that's a lie. My worst enemy is Glad wrap, cling wrap, whatever you want to call it. That hates me with a f***ing passion. I just realized that I'm swearing a lot and that, yeah, I should not. It's been a while since I've had to do a video. I'm not used to censoring myself. That is what the power of editing is for, so it's fine. Those were both actually pretty clean cuts. I'm proud of myself. Alright, what's next? Place the egg whites in a large bowl. I'm gonna have to separate them first. You know, I started this actually like pretty chipper and excited to do this. Now I'm just really salty. Stupid sight. I almost broke that into the bowl as if I wasn't separating the whites. I'm so stupid. Get some close-up action while that's separating. This egg separator thing that we got is like one of the best things ever. Got the egg whites in here and I'm putting the yolks in this one. This actually turned out pretty well because you need 3 egg whites for the outer shells of the macarons. And then the recipe for the passion fruit filling actually asked for 2 egg yolks. So it works out okay. Oh, there we go. Transfer 1 tablespoon of egg white to a bowl and reserve. Why do I need a singular tablespoon? Okay, I'll take your word for it. God. Why is egg white so hard to spoon? Damn. That is not a tablespoon. Okay, I'm hoping that that's enough. Because this is not scooping properly. I'm just kind of guesstimating. Yeah, that'll be close enough. Right, using electric mixer, beat the remaining egg whites until firm peaks form. So now I'm adding the caster sugar 1 tablespoon at a time, beating constantly until thick and glossy. We have an insane amount of sugar in the house right now. Like we have dark brown sugar, we have white sugar, we have raw sugar, we have demeasurement of something starting with D. And of course we had everything but caster sugar, so I had to go buy some. So the mixture is like not falling off the beaters at all, and it's pretty glossy now, so I'd say it's done. Let's not talk about like the almost full tablespoon that's now on the stovetop. Stir in enough food coloring to give the desired shade of pink. Alright. Oh my god, now we're stuck in the corner. No. I'm going for more pastel colors, so I only want a little bit of this. I'm trying not to like overstir it though, because I don't want it to like lose all the air inside of it. It's a pretty nice shade of pink. Yeah, pretty good. Alright. Oh, shit. God damn it, I knew this would happen. So, I was doing 2 different types of macarons, wasn't I? I was meant to be doing pink and green. I forgot that I was using the same batch of mix for the 2 different types of macarons. Oh god, what do I do? No! And I don't have enough eggs to do another batch either. God damn it, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, I'm so f***ing forgetful, I hate that. Well, okay, fine. I guess we're having all of our macarons pink now. Wow, I'm really disappointed now. Now they're not even like festive, they're just pink macarons. I don't know, maybe I can salvage it. Oh, actually, yeah, I can. So what if I put some green food coloring in one of the fillings? So that way it's like pink on the outside and then green on the inside. That could potentially work. Okay, it's fine. We might be able to salvage this yet. So we're gonna add the almond mixture now in 2 batches, gently mixing until combined and the mixture slides down the side of the bowl when tilted. It says in the previous step that I'm meant to process the almond meal and icing sugar together. I don't know how finely ground this almond flour is, so we're about to find out. Because like if it's super fine, then I don't see the reason to dirty up the food processor. But if it's like pretty grainy, then I might, because I don't want to f this up any further. I mean, that looks pretty ground, but I might do it just in case. I don't even remember where we keep our food processor. That could be a problem. I might just put it through a sifter and hope for the best. You know, it's really weird because it honestly does not feel like Christmas at all at this point. But yeah, I don't know if it's just like a combination of getting older and the events that have happened this year, but it does not feel like Christmas at the moment. Which kind of sucks, you know, because it's one of my favorite times of the year. Though I suppose we are pretty lucky here in terms of restrictions and whatnot. We're actually safe enough to be able to gather with like family and stuff and still have a relatively normal Christmas, which I know is something that not everyone is necessarily going to be able to do this year. So I'm pretty grateful for that. There's still some like really coarse bits still in the sieve, so I'm gonna try and like force them through with a spoon. Oh my god, I just noticed that like it's gone everywhere. One day I'll make something without making a complete and utter mess of the kitchen. I don't know, man, it's not looking as fine as I was hoping it would. I have no clue where our food processor is, so I'm just gonna chuck it in the blender and hope that that'll do the job. I have never used this blender before, so this will be interesting. Yeah, that is actually a lot finer. Okay, hopefully that'll be good enough. I'm gonna start adding that in. I'm just gonna real gently fold this in. You know, this recipe lied to me. It said it was only gonna take 45 minutes to do this. It's been at least an hour. I'm still nowhere near done. But that seems to be a running trend with these videos. It always takes longer than they say it will. Maybe it's just because I'm really slow. It's probably the more likely scenario. Put the other half in. I'm just hoping that it was definitely fine enough. I don't know what happens if it's still too chunky. Probably just gives it the wrong consistency once it bakes. So apparently it's supposed to like slide down the side of the bowl when tilted, which it currently isn't really doing. So I'm gonna keep mixing for a little bit yet. Seems like a very small amount of mixture. I don't know how many macarons this is actually gonna make. It's getting there though. I think that's good enough because if I like get some on the side now and tilt it, it does kind of run a bit more. I wonder what the mixture tastes like though. You know, it doesn't taste bad. It's just a bit gritty because of all the sugar and almond mix. Okay, so it says to then add the whites left over from earlier and then stir it in to loosen the mixture. It does not look very appetizing at the moment, I'm just saying. Still very gritty. Okay, so now we have to put it into a piping bag with a 1 centimeter plain nozzle. That's oddly specific. I don't know if I have one of those. I actually don't know where we keep our piping bags. So we're going to use the tried and true backup method. I'm gonna grab a plastic snap lock bag and I'll cut a 1 centimeter hole on this thing. That looks like 1 centimeter. It should be fine. Probably should not have cut the hole in the bag until I put the mixture in, but hey, I think we've established at this point that I am not smart, so. Right, where are my trays? So apparently you need to do like 3 centimeter shells. Oh my goodness, this is already falling out. Do I have a ruler somewhere? All right, 3 centimeters is about that. All right, that, we'll go with that. I got macaron mixture on the ruler, okay. can kind of see why this is a pain in the ass now. I'm concerned because they're very flat. I don't know, are they meant to be thick? Will they rise? So they're definitely not the most round macarons. Hopefully, you know, when they cook, it'll be okay. Alright, well that's one tray done. There is no commentary here, only silent concentration. Yeah, these ones are not much better than the first tray. Tap the trays on the bench to spread slightly. And then they're meant to stand at room temperature for an hour. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've spread enough already. So whilst we're waiting for those to set, or whatever they're meant to be doing whilst vibing over there, I'm gonna make the filling. So we'll start with the strawberry one, because I'm already on that recipe. Right, so we're meant to use a small saucepan and bring the cream to a simmer, and then we remove it from the heat and we put in the white chocolate. So I'm going to do that now. Also, apparently you're meant to use strawberry puree for this, but we didn't have any of that, so I'm just using strawberry jam, which is probably going to make it a little bit sweeter than it should be, but it should be okay. Okay, while that heats up, I'm going to measure the chocolate. I do have clean hands, by the way. Oh my god, that's already bubbling. Okay, that was close. Maybe turn that down a little bit. That came to the boil real fast. I was not expecting that. Yeah, so I've got the cream in here and 180 grams of chocolate here. Well, 181. It's 180 grams now. Yeah, it's starting to bubble again. So I'd say that's simmering. This is incredibly difficult to do one-handed. I think that is mixed enough now. Oh my god, that's really satisfying. And stir in the strawberry puree, which is just 2 tablespoons, I believe. That's actually relatively easy to make. I was expecting this to be just as difficult as the other half of it. Alright. 1. That didn't fall off. And 2. I'm gonna stir that in now. It doesn't look the most appealing. Maybe once it's set, it'll be a nicer color. And apparently that's literally all you have to do for that. So I'm gonna chuck that into a bowl, stick it into the fridge for an hour or so it can set. And then I'll make the passion fruit one. Now I've got to clean out this thing so I can use it again. I'm also gonna have to wash up the whisk. Alright, these are clean again now. I've washed them. Oh my, I'm on 12%. Okay, we better do this quickly then. Okay, so apparently we actually need a bowl for this first. 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. How the hell am I meant to measure tablespoons with a stick of butter? That's gonna be interesting. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say that is 3 tablespoons. It's probably a little bit more, but that's probably for the best because I usually tend to eat the creamed butter and sugar. It just tastes so f***ing good. It's good stuff. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands again. Oh, I was meant to cream the butter alone. Whoops. Oh well. Well, it says to add the sugar and salt next and then cream for another minute, so it should be okay. I'll just add the salt and beat it again. I will never understand why people put salt in things like this. And it's always such a small amount. Just tiny amount. Like, is it for flavor? Is it to combine it better? I don't understand the physics behind it, but we're gonna say that's 1/4 teaspoon. Oh my god, there is salt everywhere. Now I'm meant to add the yolks one at a time. So it ends up looking like that. Okay, then we pour the passion fruit pulp in and mix, and then we put it into a saucepan and stir it for 5 to 10 minutes so it's thickened. Alright, okay, we can do that. This is doable. I kind of wish I'd strained the passion fruit seeds out of it, because honestly, that is the worst part of passion fruit. It tastes really freaking good, but I hate the seeds. So now it looks kind of like that. I'm gonna put some green food coloring in. Oh wow, that's very green. I'm glad I didn't use any more than I did. So this is what it looks like now. Wow, that is very passion fruity. Tastes pretty good though, not gonna lie. So apparently now we gotta heat it for a little while and just stir it constantly. It looks really smooth now. I'm thinking I might add a little bit extra green food coloring once it's thickened though. It's still looking a bit yellow. In fact, can we somehow do that without stopping stirring? Wait. Haha, got it. Oh my god, this is a terrible idea. Now it is the colour of the Grinch. Or Shrek. I'm gonna go with the Grinch because at least that's festive. Didn't they do like a Shrek Christmas musical or something at one point. They say this is supposed to thicken, but it's really not thickening at all. I might turn up the heat a little bit. I have to place it in the fridge for 6 hours? What the f***? God damn it, this is why I should read the recipes ahead of time. Wait, what's 6 hours from now? It's like 7 o'clock at night. No! Stupid freaking Grinch passion fruit. Right, I'm gonna say that that is thick enough. I'm making the executive decision. I've been standing here for a solid 15 minutes. Let's put this in a bowl then. It looks like freaking spinach juice or something, I'm sorry. So, this is the finished product. Oh, I'm so freaking mad at that 6 hour thing though, oh my god. I'm gonna put that into the fridge. Got another about 15 minutes before the macarons is supposed to be ready to put into the oven. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and I'll get back to you once they're ready. Update on the macaron shells, they have continued to spread outwards. And yeah, I just really hope that they rise, because otherwise they're gonna be really, really flat. Okay, we're on the phone now because I have to leave in less than 15 minutes and these things are still cooking, so hopefully they'll finish in time. They haven't exploded or anything yet, so that's a good sign, but they also haven't risen, so I'm a bit scared that that's not gonna work out. So I think they're done. They said to cook them until they're like dry to the touch, so I think they're okay. They didn't rise very much, which kind of sucked. And I had to like cook them in 2 batches because I had to leave for something and then come back. And I didn't want to burn the house down, so that might have not helped. So I'm waiting for them to cool now. Hopefully once they're like fully cooled down, I'll be able to unstick them from the baking paper. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. So several hours later and a lot of fighting with the spatula, I've managed to get almost all of the macaron shells off of the baking paper. And some of them didn't actually even turn out that bad. Like, that's not awful. Could be worse. So I'm gonna do some of the filling now because it's been 6 hours, so the passion fruit one should be set. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Turns out the passion fruit one isn't quite set yet, so I'm gonna leave that one overnight. The strawberry one is pretty thick, so it seems to keep its shape. The trick seems to be getting it to the edges so it kind of looks presentable. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I kind of wish I'd add some like pink to this because it's a really weird color now, but it should still taste fine, so hopefully it'll be alright.
I'm sorry, but the passion fruit kind of just looks like slime.
It's Shrek colored. I said the Grinch because that's at least kind of festive. That looks okay.
Are you saying that Shrek's not festive?
Well, he did have that one musical, didn't he?
Yeah, Shrek the Halls. I want to eat them. Can I eat them?
No, they're for tomorrow.
What?
It just folded in on itself for a second. I'm like, nope, put it back down.
Wow, Luigi.
Wow, Luigi.
Wow.
Wow. Because this video incentive into. It started as a happy, oh look, it's Christmas baking! It all went downhill from there.
Wow.
I'm gonna try this one because it's a failure. Oh my god, it's literally going everywhere. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. It's just the wrong consistency. Like, obviously the passion fruit stuff's going everywhere. The filling for the strawberry ones are okay, and the shells, like, they're not awful. They're just a bit chewier than they should be, and obviously they're very flat.
They're flat.
So yeah, if I do this again, I guess I'm gonna have to do some like actual research on how to make macarons. What probably would have been smart to do in the first place.
And do a redo video.
Yeah, a take 2. But yeah, that's this year's Christmas baking. With that concluded, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry that it was a mess and all over the place. If for some reason you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel to see my future videos. Check out my past Christmas baking videos if you're interested. I promise that they're a lot more successful than this one. You can go follow me on my socials if you'd like, because I have those now. And I will see you next time. Bye!